All right, helping you get healthy and fit. Dustin Holston here from Advanced Nutrition Solutions to talk about a common problem that might be keeping you from losing weight. So what is this?
Yeah, so it's a condition called insulin resistance.
Okay.
And I would say most people who struggle with their weight have a touch of insulin resistance.
Okay.
It's basically what eventually becomes type 2 diabetes if it's unchecked. And it's a condition that affects, many West Virginians and Kentucky, our whole area.
Right.
So it's a condition that can make things a little bit more difficult to lose weight. So I figured it'd be a good topic today to, get people on the right track to be successful.
Okay. How do we know if we have it?
Yeah, the tall tale sign, there's a few of them.
Okay.
One, if you hold most of your weight in your midsection, so it's not evenly distributed.
Okay.
It's more, I hold it here more so than not. If you eat a high carbohydrate meal, maybe you crash afterwards, where, if you don't have insulin resistance, carbs can give you a little bit extra energy, but if your body's not utilizing those carbs very effectively, you could just be tanked. A lot of the side effects, it's very similar. If you have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, it's an insulin resistance-based condition.
Okay.
So you'll see some people have similar conditions that are still considered insulin resistance, and if it's unchecked over time, you're more likely to get type 2 diabetes over time.
Okay, you always share such great tips with us, so help us out. What do we need to do?
Yeah, so the first thing is luckily over the last 20 years we do have some great nutrition science on how to treat insulin resistance. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get that metabolism firing.
Okay.
And to do that, it is to increase protein. So protein helps you burn more fat, lose more weight, helps you get that lean tone physique. So if you're someone that's like, yeah, my metabolism's kind of shot, like I'm just not losing, one of the first things we do is to increase protein. So we suggest people to get, close to 100. If you're unable to give me 100, just do the best you can. The second tip is actually resistance training.
Okay.
And so resistance training, so when you have insulin resistance, your body's not utilizing carbs and insulin very effectively, but when you resistance train, you're actually burning up the blood sugar you have stored in your muscles. And so that way, you use up some of that blood sugar when you work out or body weight exercises or whatnot, and then the next time you eat a carbohydrate-based meal, it knows where to store it. So blood sugar gets stored in the muscle predominantly, and so if we can use our muscles a little bit, that allows us to naturally reverse insulin resistance. But the main tip is we got to be mindful of carbs. And we're showing some examples. As you can see, these clients, these are insulin resistance based clients, so you see them kind of hold more weight in their midsection than other areas, and by using these tips, you're going to really focus on the midsection, which is great because that's where we hold most of our weight with insulin resistance. So once we start chewing up that fat, we're going to see the belly go down. But the carbohydrate thing, we don't need to do keto, we don't need to do carnivore, we don't have to go super low carb. What we want to do is what we call a managed lower carb approach. And so you're still giving yourself enough carbohydrates to be successful, which teaches the body to use insulin and blood sugar more effectively. And so normally we tell clients to stay somewhere between 60 and 100 grams of carbs. And I know for some people they hear 100 and they're like, oh, that's so much. In reality, it's really not that many calories overall, so it's still considered a way, to use blood sugar and insulin more effectively. And as you can tell from the results we're showing, some of these results were in 2 to 3 months. Some of them, that's Nikki, she's that's over 9 months.
Okay.
And so as you can kind of tell, they start slimming the waist a little bit. So it gives you more confidence, it's working. But it's also going to help you prevent future issues like type 2 diabetes and things like that. The last thing I want to say is we don't get insulin resistance overnight. It's something that happens over time, and we're starting to see it more and more in juveniles. And so we do need to be mindful. I have a 5-year-old named Aiden, so hopefully he's watching. Hi, buddy.
Aww.
And he's 5, but even then we still let him have his treats and his
that's when it all starts,
grams.
when they're little.
Yeah, but we want to just be mindful. For a lot of kids, what leads to insulin resistance is just too much soda consumption, overloading your body with carbohydrates over time.
Not moving.
Exactly. And so if you become a little bit more active, you increase that protein a little bit, and you watch your carbs. Don't go keto or carnivore, but just be mindful of it.
Advice.
You're going to teach your body to use it, and as you can tell from transformations, because you hold most of your weight in your midsection, you're actually going to kind of target that area.
Dustin, great tips.
Hey, thank you so much.
And we have your information. We've been showing it up there in case someone wants to get in touch with you. touch with you there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to help you. This is something that we deal with daily. We're definitely insulin resistance-based coaching, so we do work with a lot of people that want to lose 100, 150, or
help them
even
on their way.
Yep, we can help you get there.
We're going to take a break. We'll see you back here in a minute.